While shopping online this holiday season, you and your neighbor could be looking at the exact same item, but end up paying very different prices.
Imagine there are two idiots in a room. Idiot number one is me, and idiot number two is, you. These two not-so-bright humans needed to buy two identical shirts to celebrate 5 years of their fruitless, uninspiring friendship. So they logged in to one of the popular e-commerce stores and agreed to buy this shirt. But there was a problem. When idiot number one looked at the price of the shirt, he saw $29.99. But when idiot number two looked at the same shirt, he saw $34.99. What's going on here? These shirts are the same size and the same quality, just as my ex-wife and my wife. Okay, those are not the same quality, but you get the idea. If two people want to buy the exact same thing at the exact same time, could they possibly be paying different prices for it? Well, in January 2025, the Federal Trade Commission published its study about what they called surveillance pricing. But what's surveillance pricing, you might ask? Well, in the case of these two lowlifes, the reason why idiot number two, which is you, get higher price is because, look, he's using an iPhone 17. A Wisconsin-based publication wrote on December 18th, 2025, that companies now rely on AI-driven analysis of personal data to tailor costs for each consumer, often in real time. But what does this mean to you? Well, the price of the next pair of shoes you would buy might be determined by who you are, where you live, or even the phone you use. But it's even crazier than that. With the AI, companies can now understand, or at least try to understand, your pain point. But what is a pain point? Pain point is the term behavioral economists such as Dan Ariely use to explain how much you're willing to pay for a given product or service. For example, let's say you're on a vacation with a prostitute. Okay, don't go on vacation with a prostitute. In fact, don't do anything with a prostitute or else I'll tell your wife, okay? Now, let's say you're an American, but on a vacation with your wife in Paris. So you want to book a hotel, and another couple who live in Paris just want to run away from their two pig-headed teenage boys for a weekend. Now, these two couples could be charged different prices for the same hotel rooms, just for the fact that the hotel knows that the American couple who are on a vacation is likely to have a higher pain point, that's willingness to pay more, than the French couple who just hate their teenage kids. But how would a hotel know that? Well, it used to be difficult or impossible, but with the power of AI, when you grab your phone to book a room, your browsing history, data, and activities could be used in an instant to know who you are and what you're up to. Then someone might say, oh God, I'm glad I don't buy things on e-commerce sites and I'm too poor to travel to Paris. Well, congratulations on your award for poverty. But no, you can't possibly escape this hell, leaving the rest of us in it, can you? Now, do you move around with ride-hailing apps like Uber, Lyft, or Bolt? If yes, ride-hailing apps can now use AI to track your personal data or the battery of your phone. But what does the battery of your phone tell Uber? Well, if the battery of your phone is at 2% and you want to order Uber, you're probably more desperate than someone with 50% battery, right? So you need to pay $10 extra for that desperation because, yeah, it's a crime to have a low battery in the United States. Let's say you bought a Cybertruck for $105,000 last week, and today you want to buy some furniture. Well, you're in luck because you might have to pay 25% more for your furniture than everyone else. But why? Well, according to this study by the FTC, using AI, companies now have the capacity to track your purchasing history and see what you spent on specific products or services in the past. And if you're so dumb that you spent $100,000 on this brutalist trash, then you need to be robbed. Hence, other companies want to rob you. Now, let's say you don't buy anything on your phone. All you do is go into stores, buy whatever, and get back home. Well, I have some good news for you, and that is many retailers are now testing digital pricing tags. Walmart and Kroger, for example, are replacing paper tags with digital screens very soon. But what's a digital pricing tag? Well, you know those boring papers you see next to your grocery items or clothes? Very soon, they'll all be digital. Okay, so when they become digital, what happens? Well, the prices in grocery store change multiple times in a day, depending on the crowd inside the store, demand for certain items, or who is buying what. But what if you don't buy anything in a grocery store, or any store for that matter? Well, do you eat in restaurants? Congratulations! Restaurants across the US are now testing a digital menu board that uses AI to change prices based on the time of day or the length of the drive-through line. Companies now increase their prices to see if you'll click Buy Now very fast. If you click very quickly, that signals what Harvard business professor Felix Oberholzer-Gee called willingness to pay. Then you'll pay an artificially high price. But what if you don't click fast? Then a pop-up with 5 or 10% discount will show up, allowing you to pay the actual price. In fact, analysis from Shopify shows that as of 2025, 87% of retailers report that AI has had a positive impact on revenue. So what can you do to prevent yourself from being robbed by the AI of the big corporation? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know because we all use our devices to browse the internet. We use our phones to order stuff online, and even when we go to stores, it seems these bastards know us more than we know ourselves. So it seems to me that we've signed a contract with the devil, and now we can only wait to die.